Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition. These are recorded live Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to help support the channel, have a look at my affiliates. I have a whole lot of those listed in the affiliates page on my website, but you can check out private internet access here if you are a person in need of a VPN. Maybe you travel around a lot to coffee shops. Maybe you need to get around some geo restrictions or some of the other purposes that a VPN would be helpful. Consider using my link, which is tlm.li/PIA. That is my own personal in-house link shortener. And so you can use this link. You can go over and for $40, you can buy a 1-year access to this. You can connect up to 5 different devices. And this thing is awesome in that it blocks out all of those different ad trackers and things like that you really don't want. So even if you are looking for a good at-home VPN, this is a good way to block those ad scripts without having to do anything else on your system. So definitely consider PIA, Private Internet Access. With that, let's go ahead and jump on into the news. And today, a senator proposes a mandatory labeling for products with microphones and cameras. This is a really good idea, although I think the last political poll suggested it has about an 8% or 3% chance of actually becoming a law. So, great idea, but yeah, this will never see the light of day. So some people are like, well, what do you mean? Well, if you guys didn't know it, you have those Nest thermostats. If you were to open up the Nest thermostat and know what you're looking for, there's microphones in there. Did you know there's microphones inside your Nest thermostats? Google's like, well, you know, we accidentally didn't include them in the technical specs, and they've never been turned on. Yeah. But the reality is there is a lot of the devices, as we get more and more devices that are smart and are connected to networks, they have the implementation, the ability to put microphones and cameras inside of them. And that's kind of something you really need to know. I mean, consider just like Airbnbs. You're not allowed to have a camera in a bedroom or a bathroom. What if you inadvertently put something in there? You don't even know it has a camera in there. Even if you can't access it, somebody back at the corporate headquarters will be able to see and access that information. And so this is an interesting law in that it just wants to inform customers if there is a camera or a microphone inside of some device. Okay, according to GovTrack, this law has a 3% chance of actually becoming a law because nobody really wants to vote on it. There's too many corporate overlords out there that would rather shoot this thing down. So just keep in mind, anytime you buy smart stuff, it has the potential to be collecting more data than you think. So keep that in mind as you are purchasing random crap for your house. All right, Facebook, they want to bring the portal video chat to the workplaces. So Facebook actually has kind of like a LinkedIn type, businessy type thing. Well, they're now tying this into their new portal platform. And what they're doing here with the portal platform is they want to come in and basically have a means for you to collaborate and do all these types of things, share files, all the things like Skype would traditionally be used for. Well, Facebook wants in on that. That's terrifying. Like maybe that's the new the question that you have when you're applying for a job. You know, you're going in for the interview. You guys realize that when you interview for a job, you are interviewing them at the same time they're interviewing you. There's times you might interview for a job going, I don't want to be here. Okay, I was actually at one of those interviews. I was a candidate for a assistant professorship at West Virginia University, and after interviewing there, I was like, I don't really want to work here. And so I chose to go and teach at another school instead. But you know, one of these interview questions: do you tie everybody into Facebook and force them into so doing? So that's a good interview question that you might want to have. Are they tying into Facebook? All right. Linksys has new mesh router networks that can detect motion using Wi-Fi signals. Oh, man. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So what's going on with this guy here is Linksys has a new mesh network. The idea here is to be able to trigger motion alarms to trigger in the event somebody goes through. Like, you know, you can just imagine having cats. Your phone, there's motion going on. There's motion going on. There's motion going on. Cat, get away from the router, you know. Of course, my cat, are fairly inert. They just sit in one spot most of the day. But, you know, they might get up, walk in a circle or something, you know. But Linksys now has these things that based upon how basically what happens is the signals go out and they come back almost more like a sonar-y type effect. And they can detect this. Of course, it's going to cost you an extra $2.99 per month or $24.99 annually. Yay! Upsell the subscription services. Let's go more into bankruptcy. So our routers can beep our smartphones when there's motion detected inside of our house. Yeah, I'm not sure. So here you can see a plot. Oh, there's motion detection. Apparently this thing picks up motion pretty well. I wonder how well it does impact your pets and things like that. That's definitely a factor to be concerned with here. So it will notify your Android or iOS app, and then you can control various aspects, such as turning it off, changing the frequency functions. This, by the way, allows Linksys to collect the data about the motion going on, because guess what? All this stuff pings right through their corporate servers and is potentially stored. There is one system on the market today that can support that, and that is the Veltrip Tri-Band AC2200, which you can actually get to the store right now, but they're saying that other things will happen. Oh boy, onto the bird. You guys know that I am not a huge fan of Twitter. I have it for this, and guys, I have to swallow the bullet, and I am going to attempt to create a Twitter account for my writing project. The reason is, when you're doing something like that for all the normies out there, I have to have some normal way for people in that community to find me. And it's either Facebook or Twitter. And I think Twitter is definitely the lesser of the two evils. But as you know, when you create Twitter without giving them a phone number, they try and immediately lock down your account. Be like, you seem to be locking down as a scammer. You need to give us your phone number. Well, they were taking all these phone numbers for security and passing it all under ads. And so all this stuff was being leaked out to advertisers. So I'm wondering if they're going to be that crazy about it when I try and create the next Twitter account. I don't know. We'll kind of see what's going to happen with that. But if you had a phone number attached to Twitter or even the email address, then what would happen is when, they're forcing you to attach all these things basically to, quote, prove you're not a scammer. I don't know why that proves you're not a scammer. If they do insist on that, I'm just going to create a Google Voice number, send the data over to it, collect the thing, and then close the thing back down because I don't really need it. So, that being said, we recently discovered you provided an email address or phone number for safety or security purposes. For example, two-factor authentication. This data may have inadvertently been used for advertising purposes. Yeah, right. We believe you. We believe it was inadvertently. No, it was totally intentionally, actually. They just don't want to admit that. It's like, no, we were caught. We're asking forgiveness because it's easier to ask forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. So, that's kind of what Twitter was up to. Tailored Audiences is a version of industry standard product that allows advertisers to target ads to customers based on advertisers' own marketing lists, email addresses, or phone numbers they have compiled. Okay, here's a law for you senators. Give us an ability to completely, make those companies completely illegal without explicit opt-in. Not tied to the bottom of page 37 of the privacy condition for some third party, but actual opt-in. I don't want some advertising company to have that data. Make it happen. Yeah, I just asked Congress to do something. I think we have a better chance of a unicorn flying through my office window right now, don't we? Yeah. Anyway, speaking of unicorns, hey Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. All right. Somebody actually sent me a nasty email about me saying that. So, order unicorn meat. Confirm. Yeah, we're going to say it again. All right. We cannot say with certainty how many people were impacted. Everyone. Excuse me. But in an effort to be transparent. Yeah, right. In fact, this is funny. They said in an effort to be transparent, and then they were asked a question about this, and they said, we don't have a comment. What? Anyway. But that's what Twitter's up to. So let's all give Twitter the bird, shall we? All right. Private Medicare plan devoted health says it is the first to cover Apple Watch as a benefit. Interesting. Guys, haven't I been talking about the dangers of these internet-connected smartwatches and health trackers and tying them into health insurance companies? Oh, joy, Devoted Health. They're now giving you money or at least a discount if you buy an app. And it does turn out, I think it was Verge or Ars Technica. I read a few versions of this article. I don't think this one includes it, but one of those two articles, either Verge or Ars Technica, they went back and commented, and it turns out that in addition to Devoted Health, which is a Medicare-specific plan, Apple actually has deals with Aetna and which is CVS owned, and I think the number 2. So basically, the 2 top insurance plans in America, Apple has some backdoor dealings with. Think about that if you have an Apple Fitness device attached to your wrist. And no, I'm not wearing an Apple Fitness device. So with all of that, this is kind of frightening that now they're basically giving you discounts or stipends to purchase one of these devices for a company that they have a backdoor deal with. Beware, be very aware that these companies are going to seek to collect every bit of data they can about us. We have to recognize that, and we have to slow down and stop putting our health data in the cloud. Stop giving it to Apple, stop giving it to Fitbit, stop giving it to all of these companies that are collecting stuff. Don't do it. They now have backdoor deals with health insurance companies. This is a bad thing. Those health insurance companies are going to start jacking up your rates or denying claims on the data that device gives to them. Beware. Do not use any type of health fitness thing that connects to an internet device outside of very rare cases. And on to our feature story for today. Ring has made it ridiculously easy to surround your house with smart lights and cameras. Guys, if you read 1984, you know that the telescreen is about in every area of everybody's houses. So at any given moment, Winston says, they may be watching you. You never know if they are or not, and so this causes you to behave anytime there's a telescreen around you. The Ring devices are the things that we know. They had some backdoor deals with police departments. We know that when on test projects, when you were dialing 911, it might turn on all these different cameras. That you agreed to that probably in page 87 in the privacy policy and terms of conditions, whatever that happens to be. So the idea here is that these new Ring network cameras are going to be all over the place. Very interesting places. In fact, if you read 1984, you know that Winston crammed himself in this one little spot on his chair, backed up intentionally so he could write in this little journal so that nobody could see what he was doing on his telescreen. Very few places that you could go where you were not seen by that. And that is exactly what Amazon is creating. And guys, I got news for you. 1984 is not where it is. This is Brave New World. We are accepting this stuff. We need to stop putting this crap into our houses. Stop it. Stop it. So, with that, let's have a look at this. So this guy here does not require any wires. It uses a large battery pack type thing, I guess. Connects everything wirelessly. So that's this one. This is a stick-up cam. Looks like a single star nut here. Although what's interesting about this picture is this actually looks like it's kind of that proprietary star screw. Yeah, you can pick them up. It's just not everyone has one of those laying around. This is a cam battery, $179. And then we got, the smart lighting. You can put this little Ring device here inside your garden, and it gives you a little bit of a lamp with a telescreen eye right there. Dun, dun, dun. And then we got, here it is. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these things will start recharging themselves on solar, but this is a built-in motion sensor. Oh, joy. Oh, here we go. Smart Ring lighting bridge, necessary to control lights and the internet, lights to the internet and control them with the app. Yeah, because we need our house lights on the internet. Great. The peephole cam. Yes, the Ring peephole cam. You got a little peephole there on your house. You can attach this bad boy and have a Ring peephole. Someone tries to come and knock on the door, you can watch them from your app. Yeah, maybe you can even talk to them. Ooh, it's exciting. Here's a more traditional one. You can still look through the peephole when the door cam is installed or block the view with a privacy shield. You know, those holes that are on your house, people can't really look through them the other way. Just an FYI. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, the Telescreen Invasion is coming, and we are willingly putting this crap into our houses, people. And we need to stop willingly putting this crap into our houses. Slow down a little bit. Let's not put the perpetually connected, always on, internet-ready Amazon smart devices all over our houses. This is a bad thing. We do not want to put these things all over your houses. At any point in time, anybody may be watching. Whether that's intentional or not intentional. Bad idea. Slow down, push pause. Let me know your thoughts to all these stories in the comments down below.